Hey everybody, Mike here, and I have got my helper today, Alaska Rose Iverman. She's going to be my helper. She's going to help you as well when it comes time to doing the measurements. Now, if you've got a tape measure with the actual numbers on it, that would be fantastic. However, I'm going to show you how to do it just with a piece of string, and we're also going to make sure that we have got our tape measure as well, that we are going to compare the distance on the string to the measurements on the tape. Alright, so we've got a couple of measurements that we need to take today. Now ideally it would be great if you could have you and somebody else to take the measurements. That would be ideal. That's just going to increase the opportunity or the chance to get the most accurate measurement that we can, and we try and repeat that again in 21 days time. So we've got our first measurement is going to be chest for males, and we're going to call it bust for females. Both measurements are taken in the same position. So what we're going to do is Alaska is just going to put her arms up. And what I will do is that I will then get my string and I'm going to bring her right around back to the front, and then she's going to drop her hands down. And then she's just going to relax normal, and we're looking for about the nipple line. So the funny. So we're looking for the nipple line. Make sure it's nice and straight, front to back. And we are just going to relax, normal posture, but normal posture, or not like that. And we're just going to hold it right there. That's where it is. So now I've got my marker. So I know that's my distance. I'm going to go to my tape measure, lay it flat down on the tape measure. I'm not going to show you that, but I know that's going to be my distance. Okay, now that is the same position for the male. So we're looking the chest line. So it is the nipple line across. Make sure it's nice and flat. Our next one, we're going to go for biceps. So Les has got big biceps here, these big muscles. She was showing me her muscles the other day. So what we're going to do for this one, I was just going to make sure we got some bicep here. We're not going to flex on this one. All we're going to do is just naturally just let it hang down, bub. There we go. We're just going to go right around the widest part that we can on the bicep. And we're just going to hold it there. She's going to be nice and relaxed. And then I've got my distance. Again, we're going to transfer that onto the tape measure. We're going to make sure that we record the left bicep and the right bicep as well. So we're going to make sure that they are consistent. So we're going to go left and right hand side. Okay, next one we're going to go on to is the waist. Now for the waist position, so what we're looking for here is just at the top of your hip bones. So Alaska's ticklish in her hip bones. You feel for the hip bones just in there, and then all we're going to do is make sure that she's relaxed when she's standing there on the hip bone, side to side, making sure it's level all the way around, and just breathing out, just exhale, just breathe out, normal. And there we go, that's the measurement there. So we've got the distance, we transferred that onto the tape measure, we write down the distance in centimeters. We should have already known that, talked about that. Okay, the next one that we're going to go on to, the hips. So hips are a little bit lower. So for the hip one, that is the widest part that we've got, which is normally in these bones, just in here, little hip bones. And there, that's where we need to do the measurement. So Les is going to stand with her feet together. And just normal posture, just standing up nice and straight. The widest part that we've got is on the hip bone, and we're also going to bring your bum into it as well. You're going to get a little bit of bum in there. We've got our distance, it's nice and flat, and there we go. We have got it. We've got a distance, we're going to put that down in there as well. And the last one is thigh. So we're just going to change the angle for this one. We're going to drop that down there. And we're doing the thigh. So for the thigh, that's this big old part here. We're going to try and get the widest part that we can. Now the easiest part to get the easiest way to get the widest one is to have a point on your knee bone.
Don't push
down. And I'm not going to push down. And then your hip. And we're going to find the halfway mark between the top of the hip and the knee bone, which is going to be in here. It's a little bit higher than halfway on the midpoint of the thigh, but that's where the thickest part is. So don't cheat yourself by attempting to drop it down a little bit. We're going to go for that measurement while unflexed. She's not going to flex on it. She's just going to wait there. I've got my measurement. I'm going to transfer that down onto the tape, and then we're done. Simple as that, everyone. Measure those ones, chuck them into the sheet just down below, and we'll do the rest. All right, that's it. Next video.
See